Speaking of movies, James Thomas Morning Blend. We're going to be talking about the Golden Globes today. We're going to go through each one of them and pick who we think is going to be the actual winner. So let's start off with motion picture drama. The nominees are Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Past Lives, Anatomy of a Fall, and Ferrari. So, Janelle, who do you think is going to win for Best Motion Picture Drama?
Ooh, I think it should be Oppenheimer. I did Tony see Maestro. Um, it is a very good movie. I just think that Oppenheimer is the movie that Hollywood likes to reward. So I think Oppenheimer.
Tony?
I mean, it's my favorite of the year. Oppenheimer, I think, deserves the award and will win as well.
I have to agree with you guys. Oppenheimer will win motion picture drama. Now, let's move on to, hey, motion picture, comedy, or musical. We got Barbie, Poor Things, American Fiction, The Holdovers, May, December, and The Color Purple. Tony, who do you think is going to win for comedy or musical?
I think this is going to be a really tight race. I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Barbie, but I just have a feeling the Holdovers is going to inch through, and I'm going to go with the Holdovers as my prediction.
I think I'm going to go with Barbie as my prediction. Janelle?
Actually, I'd like to see American Fiction win, but I think with the train that is Barbie, it will just keep chugging through.
You're talking $1 billion box office global. So, yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Moving right along, we're going to be talking about, did anybody get a chance to see any of the foreign films? Because as non-English language, I think motion picture, I could barely watch it. It was really interesting. And that was Society of the Snow. Tony, I know you saw something.
Oh yeah, I've seen all those. Honestly, they all were really impactful. I thought it was a great year for foreign language film. Um, I think the number one, the winner here is Anatomy of a Fall. It's my number four film of the year. It's terrifically well done. But I love your pick of Society of the Snow, J.A. Bayona's film. I mean, it's intense. It is very,
Yes.
very intense. But my prediction here is Anatomy of a Fall.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about animation. Animated motion picture. Here's the nominees are Spider-Man Across the Verse, The Boy and the Heron, Elemental, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, Nimona, and the Super Mario Brothers movie. Janelle, who do you think is going to win?
Personally, I think the Spider-Verse should win. It was probably one of my top 10 movies of the year. I think it because it came out so early, everybody tended to forget about it, but I think it was a pretty great movie after I've seen it a few times now.
Tony?
I agree. Spider-Man and Across the Spider-Verse should win this. I think it's going to be very close, though. The Boy and the Heron's picking up steam. I just think Spider-Man will have enough votes to win the Golden Globe.
Yeah, picking up steam. I agree with you. Spider-Man should win and probably will win, but we keep forgetting about the Super Mario Brothers movie. It's got a lot of attention right now, too. So we're all going with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. All right, let's talk about actor in a motion picture drama. Nominees, Bradley Cooper, Cillian Murphy, Leonardo DiCaprio, Coleman Domingo, Andrew Scott. How did Joaquin Phoenix get in there? But anyway, let's get I think I'll go first on this one. I think Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer is definitely going to win this. Uh, Behind him would probably be Bradley Cooper, and then Coleman Domingo for Rustin. But I think what's going to happen is Cillian Murphy. Janelle?
I have to agree with you. Killian brings a lot of angst, and you feel it. You feel the weighted pressure that he brings in just about anything that he ever plays. So I think it has to be him.
Tony?
Yeah, the critics groups were split, pretty much for actor here. But I think this coming Sunday, you're going to start seeing the tide turn. Cillian Murphy is going to start winning quite a few awards and deservedly so.
It's going to be interesting. You're saying this coming Sunday, but this show will actually air on Sunday, this particular segment. So
Tonight.
there we go. Actor in a motion picture, comedy, or musical. Here are the nominees: Jeffrey Wright, Paul Giamatti, Matt Damon for Air, Jamie Foxx, The Burial, Timothy Chalamet for Wonka, and Nicolas Cage, Dream Scenario. Tony?
It's going to be a bit of back and forth. I'm going to go Paul Giamatti. I think, Jeffrey Wright wins. It would be very, very deserving. I just think Paul Giamatti is going to pick up the win here and it's going to make that race for the Oscar just a little bit more interesting.
Janelle?
Ooh, run through them again. I know Paul Giamatti, like I heard, and then I like
Jeffrey Wright, Paul Giamatti, Matt Damon, Air, Jamie Foxx, Burial, Timothy Chalamet for Wonka, and Nicolas Cage for Dream Scenario.
I honestly really preferred the two. I preferred Jeffrey Wright and actually Jamie Foxx for The Burial. I thought they were fantastic in the roles that they had. I mean, Paul Giamatti, again, he's going to probably be a critic's favorite because no offense, it's a dry art movie. But but I really think those two bring the flair of their roles that they need to be rewarded for those.
I'm going to have to go with Paul Giamatti on this one too. I would love to see Jeffrey Wright or Jamie Foxx get in there too. Matt Damon, that's going to be interesting. But yeah, Paul Giamatti for me too. Tony, you gave us yours, right?
I did. Paul Giamatti.
Let's talk about actress in a motion picture drama nominees. Lily Gladstone, Carey Mulligan, Sandra Hüller, yeah, Tony, Anjanou Ellis-Taylor, Origin, Annette Bening, and Greta Lee, Past Lives. I will get started with this one. I think hands down it will be Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon. Maybe Carey Mulligan will be in there, but I think it's going to be Killers of the Flower Moon, Lily Gladstone. Janelle.
I agree with you, but I think that actually Carey Mulligan might edge her out on this one. I think it could be just a neck and neck race between those two.
Tony?
It's a 3-horse race. The two you mentioned and Sandra Hüller for me. It's the Golden Globes. There's always a shakeup here or there. I'm going to say Sandra Hüller with the upset win.
Ooh, puts his neck out there. Let's cut it off. All right. Actress in a motion picture, comedy, or musical. Here are the ladies involved: Emma Stone, Margot Robbie, Natalie Portman, Fantasia Barrino, Halle Bailey, The Little Mermaid. That's interesting. Jennifer Lawrence, No Hard Feelings. So, who do you think Janelle is going to win?
Well, unfortunately, I think I've only seen one of those, so I'm going to have to go with Margot Robbie.
Tony?
This is Emma Stone's award. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. I think Margot is going to get a lot of votes, especially in this category. But Emma is most likely your Oscar winner, and I think this is another award along the way for her to collect.
Wow, that's going to be interesting. I'm kind of stuck between Emma and Margot myself. It's kind of hard to choose between the two. You may be right. Emma Stone may win out on this one, but Margot Robbie, we shall see, just because of the money that it's made. All right, supporting actor, motion picture. Here are the nominees: Ryan Gosling, Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer, Mark Ruffalo, Poor Things, Charles Melton, May December, and Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction. I'll go first on this one. I really did enjoy Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. I think he's going to be going against Ryan Gosling and Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon. But I really hope that Mark Ruffalo gets it. Tony?
For me, is Robert Downey Jr. is deserving. I mean, everything he did for that role, it really helps tie that film together. It wasn't just on Cillian Murphy's shoulders, and he shoulders so much of it along with Emily Blunt. But I'm going Robert Downey Jr.
Janelle?
I think it was a wonderful takeaway from him always playing Iron Man for all those years, that like he came in and just completely reminded you this man is a serious actor. He can play anything. He can do anything. And it was a great reminder. I think it should be Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, there we go, folks. Moving down, supporting actress, motion picture. Here are the nominees: Emily Blunt, Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers, Donnell Brooks, Color Purple, Julianne Moore, May December, Jodie Foster, Nyad, American Ferrara, Barbie. Janelle.
Ooh. As much as I really did enjoy America's role in Barbie. I really do think it should go to Divine. I think if there was one bright spot in that Holdover movie, I think it was her. I think she outshone everybody on that screen in that role.
You know, I have to go with Divine too. I think a close second will be Emily Blunt. I'm still trying to figure out how America Ferrera snuck in there with that little 3-minute speech she had, but I think Divine Joy Randolph is going to get it. Tony?
Agreed, 100%. Ever since I saw that, I've just been kind of blown away. Sorry for the pun. Divine is divine.
We're enjoying the pun. No problem. All right, director, motion picture. Here are the nominees: Martin Scorsese, Christopher Nolan, Greta Gerwig, Yorgos Lanthimos, Poor Things, Bradley Cooper, Maestro, Alexander Payne, The Holdovers. I think I will go first on this one. There are two top ones that I think is going to be really tied. And the question is, which one's going to go over between Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer and Greta Gerwig for Barbie. But I think because of the times and foreign press, Greta Gerwig will win. Janelle?
I actually think it's between Bradley Cooper and Greta Gerwig. I think maybe the momentum will push Gerwig over the edge, but I really do think that Bradley did a pretty excellent job in his direction.
Tony?
We're gonna have a different opinion here. Christopher Nolan for me. I think this is his chance to finally, get these awards along the way. He's never won these, but he did a phenomenal job. He made a 3-hour biopic, a drama, and captivated the world with it. So I'm going Christopher Nolan.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Tony, you read just about every damn screenplay that was out there.
I did.
You know what? Screenplay, motion picture. We have Greta Gerwig, Barbie. Poor Things, Tony McNamara. American Fiction, Core Jefferson. The Holdovers, David Hemmingson. Past Lives, Celine Song, and Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan. Tony, I'm going to let you go first since you read every damn script.
I think Past Lives wins it here. I think it's going to be close. I think Oppenheimer is a very real shot of winning this category, but Past Lives script, I think it's just is going to take it here and then hopefully win again down the road.
I think it's between two. I think it's going to be between Oppenheimer with Christopher Nolan. And I'm going to say Tony McNamara for Poor Things. I'm going to throw that in the ring too. I think the winner would definitely be Christopher Nolan. He may take two on this one. Christopher Nolan for a screenplay. Janelle.
Well, I liked American Fiction and Barbie. I think you took a Mattel toy and you made something deeper, and it had a lot of people talking over a toy that had been around for 50-something years. Everything else pretty much had a story to go along with it. I think you have nice original ideas with American Fiction and Barbie.
Okay. You know what? Do we really want to do original song and original score?
Hey, go Ludwig Göransson. That's all I have to say.
All right, let's go with scores. And here are the nominees: Oppenheimer, the music from Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Zone of Interest, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, The Boy and the Heron, Saltburn. Tony, what do you think?
Ludwig Göransson for Oppenheimer. I think it's an easy pick this year. I know there's a lot of good submissions, don't get me wrong, but I just think what he did to add to that film just really elevated to a whole nother level.
I think you're right. Oppenheimer will probably win. It's very interesting because Zone of Interest with that music would made it a little bit scarier, a little bit melodramatic. Janelle.
As much as I wasn't a fan of the movie, I think Killers of the Flower Moon actually kind of had the music. It was about the only thing that made it tense.
Okay, here we go with original song. Barbie, What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish. Barbie, Dance the Night by Carolyn Ayling. Dua Lipa. Mark Ronson and Andrew White. Yes, you love my pronunciations on this. Flaming Hot, The Fire Inside by Diane Warren. Rustin, Road to Freedom, Lenny Kravitz. Woo. Wish, This Wish, Julia Michaels and Benjamin Rice. The Hunger Games, A Battle of the Songbirds and Snakes. Catch Me Now, Olivia Rodrigo and Dan Negro. I'm going to go on this one. I'm going to put my neck out there and say Road to Freedom, Lenny Kravitz, Rustin. I really enjoyed that. It's a nice little R&B, little mix of the 60s in there. I have to go with Lenny Kravitz. Janelle.
I think once again you're probably going to give it to something that happened in Barbie. It's a comedy musical. I mean,
So which one?
Not awarded for music.
So is it going to be Billy or Carolyn? Dance the Night or What Was I Made For?
Flip a coin.
All right, here we go. Tony.
I think this is Billie Eilish. I think she'll win another Golden Globe here. The song is introspective, but also a chart topper as well. So I think What Was I Made For will win this one.
Folks, there you have it. These are who we think are going to win in those categories. Watch tonight on CBS. I think everything gets started at 7. I'm going to start watching from 5 o'clock on. I love the red carpet. I'm going to enjoy this. Janelle, I hope you watch it too tonight. Tony, I know you're going to watch it. I'm not even worried about you. Janelle will be in the gym.
No, it depends on what football games
There you
Steelers
go.
play on Saturday, so I might, but I mean, football ranks.
That's Sunday Night Football. Yeah, Sunday Night
So-
Football. All right, everybody, have a good one. Thank you for joining us on Morning Blend.